Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. We are in a snowstorm and possibly an ice storm, and you up north are probably laughing at us because you go through this every day. But down in the south we don't have the equipment, the experience to deal with it, so it is a big deal. And they are saying this could be one of the worst ice storms we have in a very long while. So really, as a prepper, you should have a lot of things already done. I'm not going to get into that things, but let's say you haven't done some of the things you should do. These are some free preps you can do right now before we have a power outage. First of all, charge everything. Charge your cell phone, your computer, any type of light that uses a rechargeable surface or source. Go ahead and get all that charged. Top everything off 100%. Next, go to your refrigerator and freezer and turn your refrigerator and freezer a lot colder. Don't freeze the stuff in your refrigerator, but the colder you can make it, the better if we do lose power, and especially your freezer. Go ahead, if you have any empty soda bottles, milk cartons, anything you put water in, go ahead and fill those up and put them in the freezer. Full freezer will definitely keep cold a lot longer than if you had empty space, so go ahead and do that. Also, make sure you have some potable water. Go ahead and fill up any containers you have for potable water, so if you are in a well and you lose power, at least you'll have something to drink. Fill your tub up. I recommend filling the tub up even if you are on city water. The reason is it's a good source of water for flushing the toilets, a good source for fighting a fire, but especially if you're on a well. You lose power, you have no well, you have no water. And that water in the tub can be used for cleaning, washing, and a lot of other uses. Go ahead and vacuum. You might need to vacuum right now. It's better to vacuum now than to have a loss of power and be off 3 or 4 or 5 days. So go ahead and vacuum, get everything as clean as possible. You'll feel better if the power goes off, having a clean house. Also, laundry. If you got a couple loads of laundry sitting in there, get them done right now. Much easier to do them with the machines than do them by hand. Next, if your dishwasher is full of dishes, or even half full, run the dishwasher. Even if you have to run it with only half a load, get it done. It's a lot easier to do it now than try to get water, heat it up, and do it by hand. Parking your car. When you park your car, look up. If you have a lot of limbs, trees that could fall because of this ice storm they're predicting for us, if you can simply move it a little bit to get it out of the danger of falling debris or trees, do that. If you park in an area where other cars are driving very close to it, park where if they do slide off the road, they're going to end up hitting the rear of your vehicle. If you don't, they hit the front, they could damage the radiator or make the car where it's undrivable. Hopefully if they hit the rear, it'll just make it look cosmetically ugly and you can get that fixed, but you can still be drive your vehicle as soon as the storm is over. Next, be careful with kerosene heaters, with any type of propane lanterns, open flames, with candles. If you have it burning, you are watching it. Don't leave it unattended. So many fires happen because of this, or children knock something over or they play with it. Be very vigilant. The reason is, right now we have about 10 or 12 firemen, my son being one of them, at the station. We have a volunteer fire service here. So the guys went in and they spent the last night, because the reason is if the roads get bad, they can't get to the fire station. If they can't get to the fire station, there's no trucks responding, there's nothing for medical responding. So I appreciate those guys being so dedicated to be there. They left their family. So don't make it easy for people. Don't make it hard for these guys. Stay off the roads, be very careful. So you don't need to call them. And they can just spend their rest of the day and night at the fire station, staying warm and having a good time with their brothers. So be very careful. Next, check on your neighbors. This is an opportunity to present prepping to your neighbors. This isn't the end of the world scenario. Walmart's going to open up in a day or two. You'll be able to replenish some of your supplies. But if you can use a little bit of your supplies, help your neighbor out, talk to him about prepping, being prepared. You might get an ally. You might get a new prepper. They might realize, man, I need to have a few things at my house. Yeah, you might not convince them to prepare for an economic collapse. But if you could get them to prepare for a few-day emergency, that's one step forward. It's easy to do that. Then maybe next you can say, hey, what happens if the economy crashes? What are you going to do then? So a little bit at a time, show some kindness, especially with elderly. If you have elderly neighbors, please go check on them. If you lose power, or just go check on them anyways. They might need something. So yes, we're getting a little bit of snow right now. Our worst threat, they say, is the ice. Hopefully we don't get any. I know they're getting some in Georgia and the lower part of our state of South Carolina. So if you don't need to be out, stay home, get a book, get in front of a nice wood stove or fireplace, and enjoy the time off of work. Thanks for watching.